Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be starting up a game called Legend of Grimrock. Came out a long time ago. Well, relatively, 2012. Long to me, I'm only in my 20s, so... Game's been out for a little over 10 years now. It's a cool little old school dungeon crawler puzzle game. Not a genre that I play very often, but it has been one that I've wanted to try for a couple years now, and decided to play it for YouTube, I guess. So the way it works is you get a party of 4. You have your front row and your back row. You have your races, which gives you different racial bonuses and stats. And then you have your 3 classes: fighter, mage, rogue. You got your skills and traits. Just your standard RPG character creation type stuff. So we're gonna make some characters. I did play the first level earlier today just to see if I would like it, see if I get the hang of it, because the controls will be a little jarring for somebody who's never played a game like this before. So I kind of have a party in mind, which is what I'm gonna do. So first one, we're gonna have a Minotaur fighter. Minotaurs, I think, just happen to be the best fighters statistically. They start with really high strength and vitality, which is really good for fighters, obviously. So we're probably gonna bump both those up to about 18, and I think we will also give some to dexterity so that they can actually do a little bit damage in combat. Would be nice. The first one, I think I'm gonna give him a skill point in maces. It's gonna be a hammer boy, and his name will be Hardalf. That works. Minotaurs have a unique trait called Headhunter, so it's +3 attack power for each skull carried. I don't know how often you find skulls. Spoiler alert, I didn't find any in the first level, but I'm gonna go with it just because it's unique, and I'm assuming you, by the end of the game, you'll probably have quite a couple skulls on you. And I think the last one we're gonna do is tough. Give him an extra 15 health, bring him up to 95. Seems like it would be pretty good. And I like this one. This one looks cool. Now, the second character I'm going to do is actually going to be another Minotaur fighter. This one's going to be a little bit more combat based. Still going to be quite high in vitality, of course, at 77 health. Let's do axes. And we're going to give him +4 attack power. But he will also have tough. I want both of them to have just tons and tons of health. Alright. For the back row, the first one we're going to make is going to be a Lizard Man Rogue. Unlike the Minotaurs, where the Minotaurs just have an exceptionally high strength and vitality, none of the other classes are really all that high in dexterity. But the lizard people do have that extra evasion, which in my mind sounds like it'd be pretty cool for a rogue. Sorry. So we're gonna give him quite a bit of dexterity, a little bit of vitality to get his health points up. And there we go. Since he's going to be back row, I kind of wanted to do more ranged weapons. So I'm going to do 2 in missile and 1 in throwing. I do know right at the start you get a lot of throwing weapons, rocks, throwing knives. So I am, you know, metagaming just a little bit, but after the first level, I don't know what's going to be going on. I think for this one, I want to do evasive. I just want his evasion as high as possible. And I think we're going to do agile to give some bonus dexterity up to 20. It's going to give him 10 accuracy, but also 25 evasion. And his resistances are actually pretty good too, which is cool. I want to go with that picture. I didn't name him. Gorwan. And I like that one. Photo. And for our final prisoner, we're going to be making an insectoid mage. Obviously, you're going to want a lot of willpower. 20. I am going to pump a little bit into vitality because they do obviously start with very low health. And maybe a little bit of dexterity to boost the evasion. Something I almost missed when I first played is that the skills give you bonuses when you reach certain levels. So, for example, staff defense. Once I get that to level 2, I get +1 to my protection. Now, when you're looking at the magic, air magic, for example, level 4 gives you a spell, but you don't know what spell it's going to give you. Earth magic is level 3. Once again, you don't know. I found out that fire magic, you actually get a spell at level 2, which is perfect because you get 3 available skill points. So you could put 2 into fire magic, and then you could put another into another one, but I put all 3 into fire magic. +2 willpower would be cool. And considering that it's a mage and his vitality, his health is really low, I am going to go with the insectoid unique trait, natural armor. It's going to give him a +5 protection. And his name will be Gambo. Alright, so to recap, we have Hardalf, the Minotaur fighter. We have Goran, the other Minotaur fighter. I'm actually going to switch these around a little bit. I'll make this guy a tank, and this guy will be my maces. Because he has a higher attack power and better accuracy. So that's fine. And then we have Photo, the Lizardman Rogue, who I think is set up pretty well. And finally, Gambo, the Insectoid Mage. So that is our party, and let us continue. Mount Grimrock. A towering spire looms above the clouds, a weathered rock that has stood tall for ages, longer than the histories of men have been written. It is a desolate place now, only remembered when things need to be discarded and forgotten. An airship struggles to gain altitude as it floats toward the peak. Four prisoners bound by heavy chains emerge from the ship. The court accuses them of terrible, treasonous deeds, but by the grace of the king, their crimes shall be forgiven atop Mount Grimrock. Their final trial is at hand. Numerous prisoners have received their pardons here, yet none have returned to live their life in freedom. They are at the very top of the world, and below them only darkness and justice awaits. As they plunge down the open maw at the peak, their crimes are absolved. Everyone before them has perished in the guts of the mountain, but will you be able to lead them through the dark into the freedom that awaits at the base of Mount Grimrock? The Legend of Grimrock. I don't know, it's just such a cool name, Grimrock. Alright. So this is the game. You move forward with WASD, that's how you move around. Q and E are what get you to look around. Controls have taken me quite a bit of time to get used to. Obviously, this isn't a genre that I've played very often or ever, to be honest. First level, you're going to get these little hints right around here. Choose your fate, perish in the cell, or pick up the torch. That one was a little literal. Torches, the tutorial messages get a little bit more, puzzly as you get further on. You can see without the torch, it does get pretty dark, so we are going to be stocking up on torches. I did explore quite a lot in my first playthrough, so I do actually know that there is a little secret right here. This little rock. It's actually a button. I did miss the shuriken the first time I played, though. So we'll give the armor to my tank and the shuriken to my rogue. The game is level-based, which is perfect, because I think I will probably stop the video and restart after every level. Makes it a little convenient for me recording. You do have a free look. If you hold the right mouse button, you can look around. Can't do it while you're moving. You have to be standing still. We got some clothing here. Clothes on you. And we'll put some pants on you. Actually, put the boots on the rogue, because these actually give him more evasion. And our cudgel is our starter weapon, which I'm actually going to give to this guy because he is the mace guy. Assuming that's a mace. Yeah, maces. Cool. You hear stuff behind the wall here. Right. Rocks. You can throw rocks as well. And they're actually not useless. They're actually pretty good. We got ourselves a key. Key slot right here for this gate, looks like. loose rock. And another little hint that that is what those are. That's a button. And inside you find the key. So this is going to be combat. The way it works is it's kind of like you move simultaneously and you right click on the things that you want to do. So if I right click on the shuriken, he'll throw the shuriken. If I right click on the rock, he'll throw the rock. If I right click here, you do some magic. I do know that this one is the first spell you can kind of cast right here, but you can also combine spells. So we are gonna cast a little bit of a there we go. Perfect. Got our shuriken back. And our rock. Their pants. +3 protection. Knife. I'll put the knife on the tank. We'll put the boots on you. So you start with nothing in this game, so that that +5 protection for the mage is actually really useful because up until this point, he had actually been the character with the highest protection. We're really low on protection, obviously, for the rogue, but that's what the evasion was for. I'm hoping that the evasion makes up for the lack of protection in the long run, but we'll find out. I will pick up that other torch. Some throwing knives. Oh, all right. And there is a hunger system in the game. So far, it hasn't been horrible. But we'll see how it goes. We need another key right there. Baked maggots. Sandals, we'll throw that. +1 protection. And a loincloth, which will give you -1 willpower, but a +1 attack power. So maybe we'll actually give that to... give that to the rogue. Alright. Now, I messed this part up so many times, so many goddamn times. Close the pit, something needs to fly. Basically saying, you know, throw it. And I was a dummy and picked up the rock before I walked back over it and I fell down the pit. So don't be like me. Don't be stupid. But that did give us the key that we need to proceed. Just checking to see if there's any buttons here. Alright. Heal my sight. Obviously, it looks like he's got some little openings where his eyes would be. I see you. I saw two of them. There we go. Combat, I will have to get more refined at it. It does take a little while to get used to. It is tough to manage all the clicks and moving at the same time and whatnot. In my opinion, at least. Scroll of Fire Burst, that'll go to the mage. Loincloth. I think both those guys already have hands. Tattered Cloak. Evasion +2. That there. Actually gonna put the loincloth on here for that extra protection. And you, the mage, can wear these pants. I've already been down there. So we have a new enemy coming up here. They can do poison, I think. I don't know what happened to my throwing knives. There they are. They're still on the fucking thing. Okay, so so what we just picked up, this blue gem, is actually one of the ones that we need. That weird glow is my torches going away. Let's just grab another one. How did I get out of here the first time? There we go. Rocks. And I think you can pick the rocks right back up. There's one. Out of energy. Miss. 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 Ah. There we go. And there's like 3 in here. Combat can be a little tricky. I'm imagining it gets much harder as you even get further. Grimcap. Give that to my bug. I feel like he eats Grimcaps and shit like that anyways. Oh. Some rocks on him, I feel like probably the better option than just not using him. There we go. Some big attacks, that's good. There we go. My timing's a little off here and there. Sometimes I get myself hit when I shouldn't be getting myself hit. And these Grim Caps actually are like food, so here's your food bar. All actions you do consumes food. The bar turns yellow when you're hungry, but there's no penalties at this stage. If you're starving, the bar turns red and you don't regain health and energy. Right-clicking food is how you eat. Just like that. And here's his other eye. There is a button here. And it does open up another little secret. And it gives you a dagger. And so, just got to be ready when we open this, because there will be a little surprise. Ah. But we are rewarded with a legionary shield, which will go on my tank, and a legionary spear, which will also go on my tank. I'm not going to take that because we already have 1,000,000 of them. Scroll. That open anything back here? Not sure. And that is the end of the first mission. Once we go down, we are officially into level 2. So I've been enjoying this game so far. Hopefully everybody that watches enjoyed it as well. And there should be a part 2 coming pretty soon. Thank you so much.